for the red team. I'll repeat it. And red team, Rick, you have 10 seconds to consult and answer or pass. After a breakdown around 1919, this Russian-born ballet dancer spent the rest of his life in and out of asylums.
We pass.
Okay, all right. Once famous, the great ballet dancer was Nijinsky. Nijinsky, who actually, this is a fun fact, he actually went to his grave thinking that he was a horse. And when Billy Wilder was asked to make a movie of the story, he went to Sam Goldwyn, who said, the guy ended up thinking, and Billy Wilder said, don't worry, it has a happy ending. We have him winning the Kentucky Derby. So
did he have unbridled enthusiasm?
Well, it was a neurosis he was saddled with. I'll leave it at that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to stir up trouble.
They actually said nay to the project.
I have to spur you on because we have another whole bunch of clues. Here we go. The N crowd, once again, for 4 points. He not only won the 1971 Nobel Prize for Literature, he also served in the Chilean Senate. He not only won the 1971 CAT.
Neruda.
Pablo Neruda is right, and CAT justifies all of that effort to get in to come up with 4 points for her team. Very good, Cat. Nicely done. Here we go for the last clue in the N crowd. Egypt's president from 1956 to 1970, he dreamed of leading the whole, Rick?
Nasser.
Nasser, Arab world is right. And at the end of the first half of the first round, we have the blue team, people not named you know who, 19, trivia that never sleeps, 6. Still early. Here we go. Our next category is rivers. Rivers. Okay, hands on your buzzers. For 1 point. As the central U.S. river artery, this is one of the world's busiest waterways. Kat?
The Mississippi.
Mississippi is right for 1 more point for the blue team. Rivers for 2. Although its ultimate source is still debated, this South American river flows into, Kat?
The Amazon.
The Amazon is right. And now you have to do the gesture. Very good. Everybody's getting it. I'm glad. I hate to take away points, except for wrong answers. Here we go for 3 points. From 2 small sources, this European river flows to the North Sea. From 2 small sources, this European river, Gene?
I want to say the Rhine.
The Rhine is correct for 3 points. Rivers for 4. The head of this English river is dry for much of the year and flows to an estuary. Gene?
The Thames.
Thames is right for 4. And now for 5 points in rivers. Flowing westward, this American river has a drainage basin that covers 7 states. Flowing westward, this American river, Rick?
I should have buzzed in, but the Colorado.
Colorado is correct for 5 points. Nicely done. It pays to be bold. We know that on standardized tests, and we know it here at TPT. Okay, everybody. It wouldn't be a Bob match without a food category, and here it is, flaming foods. Flaming foods. Making me hungry already. For 1 point. Joy of cooking instructions for making this cherry dessert. Standing back, ignite with, Gene?
Cherry's Jubilee.
A long lighted match. That's Jubilee for the blue team, 1 more point. Flaming foods for 2. Henri Charpentier is said to have created this dessert crepes dish by accident. The dish was a flaming success. Henri Charpentier is said to have created this dessert crepes dish by accident. The dish was a flaming success. 5 seconds. Time. Dan, do you know?
Nary a clue.
The famous crepes Suzette. Crepes Suzette. Yum. I had it in Louisiana once. Delish. Here we go. 3 points, flaming foods. You can make a flaming version of this Tex-Mex dish whose name means little sashes. Rick?
Queso fundido.
That is incorrect. Have to subtract 3. Here you go. Jed, you can consult with your team. You can make a flaming version of this Tex-Mex dish whose name means little sashes.
Fajitas, Bob?
Fajitas is correct, and that was a triple stumper on the show, so nicely done. Fajitas. Okay. Here
Bob,
we
to
go.
clarify, there's 3 points, right?
3, yes. 3-point switch. For 4, here we go for 4 points in flaming foods. This dessert, cake and ice cream browned in the oven, can be, Rick?
Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska is right, 4 points, and Rick gets to do the gesture. There you go. Here we go for 5 points in flaming foods. Brennan's in New Orleans. Gene?
They're famous for their bananas Foster.
Yes, and it's the most requested item on the menu, which you didn't need in order to show off and get 5 points, and that's well done. Final category, animals in Italian. Animals in Italian. Here we go, 1 point. Avoid the sting as you tell us that unape is this insect. Avoid the sting. Katie. Katie?
Scorpion.
Sorry, that's incorrect. Subtract a point. Here you go, blue team, to consult. Avoid the sting as you tell us that unape is this insect.
B, Bob?
B, yes, unape, APE is a B. Okay, sorry about that. Nicely done for the blue team for 2 points. You're either a fool or this animal if you're called un asino. You're either a cat.
What's a donkey?
Donkey is correct for 2 points. Nice. For 3 points. That's the scariest ragno, one of these, I've ever seen. Rick?
Thanks to Duolingo, I know that that's a spider.
Yes, and the clue went on to say, don't tell Signorina Muffet. So there was a little extra clue there. Well done, 5 points. That was, 3 points for the spider. For 4 points, animals in Italian. Un cane is this. Ready for walkies? Rick?
Dog.
Dog. Walkies. Finally, for 5 points to wrap up the first round, it really gets me that una capra is one of these farm animals. Gene?
It gets your goat.
It gets my goat. I used to work with a gal who used to say, it gets under my goat, which I always loved. I thought that was a great turn of phrase. You get under my goat. Well, at the end of the first round, we have Trivia That Never Sleeps 18, 6 people not named Stuart Kovinsky 46. Pretty dynamic, but we've got another whole round of clues and our innovation this year, the Kaplan crowdsourcing category. That's KKC, for those wondering what the acronym is. The Kaplan crowdsourcing category. We have 5 clues that have been submitted by your peers, your colleagues.
Hey, 1 second. It looks like we have Melanie here for Travis. Can we just make sure everything's working for her?
Hi.
Or is
Hi,
Travis
Mel.
here too? I can't tell now.
Wait, but isn't Travis here?
He just has a funny buzzer name. I thought he wasn't here. My bad.
Sorry, I got called in as the cavalry, but apparently I am not needed, so I'm gonna hop back out.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Mel.
Melanie.
All right, good luck, everybody. Have fun.
I get to use the remove button. That's always fun. So, Bob, back to you.
Okay. As I was saying, your teammates and your peers, and indeed yourselves, everybody's invited to submit, have come up with clues. Now, we were going to assign them point values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I am in learning science, and as you know, we should not make those judgments without norming and extensive testing, even for something like TPT. Therefore, it was not in the rules, but we are arbitrarily deciding, have arbitrarily decided, the cabal has, that in this middle of the game super questions from your peers, each one will be worth 3 points. So we have 5 clues, each one worth 3 points. A lot can ride on these. You don't know whether to hold back. It is crowdsourcing potpourri, so we will cover all bases. Okay? And after each clue, I'll tell you who submitted it. And by the way, whoever submits an accepted clue gets 1 entry into several drawings we'll have for babkas. So that's inducement enough. Okay, here we go. Our Kaplan crowdsourcing potpourri category for 3 points. In the Friends episode, the one where no one's ready, Phoebe spills this popular Mediterranean dip on her dress. Katie.
Hummus.
Hummus is right. That's 3 points for the red team, and that was sent in by Divya Arumugam. So Divya is the first one whose clue has been accepted for the TPT. Well done. Second clue for 3 points. As of March 2018, 2 people were still surviving grandchildren of this 10th president of the United States. Gene.
Tyler?
John Tyler is right. The guy was born in 1790, and 2 of his grandchildren are still alive, and I even checked as of this moment. And it's a tribute to, I guess, older men and younger wives or whatever, but pretty amazing. That was sent in by Glenn Maciag, so congratulations, Glenn. Thank you for that great piece of trivia. Here we go for another 3 points. Third clue. A group of geese are a gaggle, but a bunch of crows is one of these criminal acts. Gene?
A murder of crows.
A murder of crows is right. No more hands for Gene. He's out of this middle round. Here's our 4th one. Oh, and that was sent in, by the way, by Jeff Sugar. Jeff Sugar sent that one in. 4th one. This New York Yankee played 1,785 games between 1982 and 1995, but never played in a World Series. This New York Yankee played 1,785 games between 1982 and 1995 and never played in a World Series. 5 seconds. Time.
I'm on this one, Bob. I'm on this one. Yeah. This is the greatest first baseman in New York baseball history, Donald Arthur Baseball, Don Mattingly.
Don Mattingly is right. Always a World Series bridesmaid. But that's Bill Keevan. Congratulations. I may even recommend that if you stump the panel, you should get an extra entry for a babka, because that's hard to do. Okay, and that was from Bill Keevan. And finally, our 5th clue for 3 points. In France, they call it la manche, literally translating to the sleeve. In France, they call it la manche, literally translating to the sleeve. Time. Oh, great. Another stumper. Good job, Hannah Flaherty, who brought that in. La Manche is the English Channel. That's what the French call the English Channel, La Manche. Well, folks, anybody who, even people on teams, are entitled to submit clues. Please don't send us entire categories. What we want are individual trivia items, which if we accept, you will get an entry and you'll get, these nice props here on the air. And that was kind of fun. At the end of our first Kaplan crowdsourcing category, potpourri, 52-21, favor of the blue team. And now we go to our second round of our match. And there it is. The double Jeopardy round. Everybody ready? Big smiles, big energy? Okay, here we go. Good luck, teams. And we won't have a tie because we have an odd and an even score. Good. The first category for 2 points. First category, by the way, is the Old West. The Old West, and this will go from 2 to 10 points. 2 points. The first of his cowboy hats was called the Boss of the Plains. Kat?
Stetson.
Stetson is right for 2. Carlsbad followed, the most popular model. 2 points for the blue team. Nicely done, Kat. For 4 points in the Old West. The act of herding cattle. Death was sometimes called the last one. Gene?
The last roundup.
The last roundup is right for 4 points. Here we go for 6. In 1859, this Nevada town sprung up virtually overnight with the discovery of the Comstock lode. In 1859, this Nevada town sprung up virtually overnight with the discovery of the Comstock lode. 5 seconds. Time. It's triple stumper on the show and here as well. Virginia City. Virginia City, Nevada is what we were looking for. Okay. For 8 points, the Old West. In 1867, Joseph McCoy set up a shipping yard in Abilene, Kansas to hold Texas cattle arriving on this trail. In 1867, Kat.
I think I'm going to be wrong, but let's try it. The Katy Trail.
That is wrong. Sorry. Lose 8 points. Break for the red team. You will have the clue again and 10 seconds to consult. Nice try, Kat. In 1867, Joseph McCoy set up a shipping yard in Abilene, Kansas to hold Texas cattle arriving on this trail. The team has 10 seconds to consult and the captain will answer or pass. If they are wrong, they will lose the 8 points. There's a long par 4 to the... Rick?
We're going to pass.
Okay. Anybody know?
I think it's the Chisholm Trail.
The old Chisholm Trail. Yes, a famous song as well. The Chisholm Trail was correct. Okay, Gene. No harm, no foul there for the red team. Here we go with our final Old West clue for 10 points. Oh, I didn't know this. As the result of an injury suffered in his first gunfight in 1876, he began using a cane and often used it as a weapon. Gene.
Bat Masterson.
Bat Masterson is right, and a triple stumper on the show. Nicely done for 10 points. Okay, now the next one is a little complicated, so pay attention. I'm going to give you 2 elements in each clue in the category books and movies. Here's an example. If I said, tender is the blank of the living dead, you would say, anybody?
Night.
Tender is the night of the living dead because it completes one title and works with the other also. Everybody got it? So your job is to fill in the blank, books and movies, the category for 2 points. And some of these I have to spell out. For 2 points, The Power and the Blank Days, D-A-Z-E. Travis.
Glory.
Glory Days, correct. Nicely done. The Power and the Glory by Graham Greene. Glory Days, I never even heard of that movie. Okay, for 4 points, but Travis got the points. Good job. For 4 points. The Confessions of Nat Blank and Hooch. Rick.
Turner.
The Confessions of Nat Turner by William Styron, Turner and Hooch, a movie I saw, unfortunately. Well done. That's 4 points for the red team. 6 points, books and movies. The Painted Blank on a Wire. The Painted, Gene?
Bird.
Kovinsky's The Painted Bird. Goldie Hawn's Bird on a Wire. And I think that's the first time Kovinsky and Goldie Hawn have been mentioned in the same sentence in history. For 4 points. Vanity Blank Game. Gene.
Vanity Fair Game.
Vanity Fair, fair game is correct. And finally, for 10 points, in books and movies. The Red and the Black Knight, that's K-N-I-G-H-T, the Red and the Blank Knight. Erin.
Dark.
Sorry?
Dark.
No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Lose 10 points for the red team. Blue team, you can consult the Red and the Blank Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T. Jed?
Black, Bob.
That is right. The Red and the Black by Stendhal, Black Knight was the movie. Okay. Next category, Julius Caesar salad. Julius Caesar salad. A dopey title. Okay, here we go. Julius Caesar salad for 2 points. In 2008, a marble one of these was found in a French river, apparently thrown there right after Caesar's fall. In 2008, a marble one of these was found in a French river, apparently thrown there right after Caesar's fall. Gene?
Statue.
Incorrect. Subtract 2 points. Here you go, Rick. In 2008, a marble one of these was found in a French river, apparently thrown there right after Caesar's fall. Rick, you can consult and get 2 points.
Yeah, we pass.
Okay, I couldn't accept statue. It was a bust. Famous busts of Julius Caesar are all over the place. A statue isn't a bust, but there we go. Not much of a bust for the team. Here we go for 4 points. It's named for Julius Caesar and is sometimes written in a date as 7. Krithika.
What is July?
July is right. Well done. 4 points for the red team. I did not know it was named for Julius Caesar. There you go. Okay. In Spanish, this is for 6 points. In Spanish, the name becomes this, as on former boxing champion Chavez. Gene?
Julio Cesar Chavez.
That is right. Julio Cesar Chavez is what we wanted for 6 points. For 8 points. This 5-word line spoken by the soothsayer is a quote from Shakespeare's Julius Caesar. This 5-word line spoken by the soothsayer, Rick?
Beware the Ides of March.
That is right for 8 points for the red team. Finally, 10 points in Julius Caesar salad. In 45 BC, Caesar was given permission to wear this, which he appreciated as it covered his baldness. In 45 BC, Caesar was given permission to wear this, which he appreciated as it covered his baldness. 5 seconds. Time. Dan, any guesses?
I would guess a wig.
No, that's not right.
The grass
Nope.
crown.
Sorry?
The grass crown.
No.
A wreath.
Nicer than that. No, I would not. I think I would have said more specific. Or
Laurel wreath.
It's a laurel wreath. Yeah, that's where the idea of a laurel wreath comes from. The laurels. Okay. Here we go. Halfway through the second round, we have the blue team's people not named Stuart Kovinsky 80 and Trivia That Never Sleeps 27. Our next category is, boning up. Boning up. Okay. For 2 points. The name of this condition that affects mostly women literally means, Kat?
Osteoporosis.
Porous bone is right. Porous bone. 2 points. Nicely done. For 4 points. This fatty substance inside the bones is a major site of blood cell, Jed?
Arrow.
Production. That's right. Marrow is correct for 4. For 6. Your false ribs are so called because unlike your true ribs, they aren't attached to this breastbone. Kat?
The sternum.
Sternum is right, and you're out of the category, but you served your purpose. Very good. Nicely done. For 8 points in boning up. This bone with a ball and socket joint at one end is about 1/4 of your height. This bone, Travis?
Femur.
The femur is right. That is correct. Femur. You're giving me femur. That's 8 points. And finally, for 10 points in boning up, most broken bones in children are this type of fracture with a colorful name in which the break cuts only part way through the bone. Most broken bones in children are this type of fracture with a colorful name in which the break cuts only part way through the bone. 5 seconds. Time. Dan?
No idea.
Something with green, right? Green.
That's right.
Something.
Green stick.
Green stick. That's it.
Green stick fracture. Yes. Green stick fracture was correct. Okay. 2 more categories to go. The next one is big stuff, and the word big is in quotes. Jeopardy fans, you all know what that means. Let's go right in for 2 points. Jazz musicians and jockeys helped give New York City this nickname. Kat?
The Big Apple.
Big Apple is right for 2. Big stuff for 4. If you're under this, you're at the circus. Erin?
Big top.
The big top is right for 4 points. For 6. Digit, also known as the hallux. Digit, Krithika?
Big toe.
Big toe is right for 6 points. Here we go for 8. In France, this feature of the night sky is known as le casserole. Rick?
The Big Dipper.
Big Dipper is right for 8 points. And finally, for 10 points in big stuff, rhyming nickname of Boston's Interstate 93 construction project. Krithika?
Big dig.
Big Dig is right. That was, if not a complete, I think it was a 4-clue run for the red team. Nicely done. And we have 1 more category to go. And it is the Sanders of Time. The Sanders of Time. Good luck, teams, for 2 points. A Louisville museum is devoted to the success story of this man who was famous for his breasts, thighs, and legs. Katie?
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders is right for 2 points. The Sanders of Time for 4. In an episode of this Gary Shandling series, the title star, Gene?
The Larry Sanders Show.
Larry Sanders Show thinks David Duchovny is hitting on him. By the way, the Gary Shandling documentary on HBO is phenomenally good. I recommend it. The Sanders of Time for 6. This Heisman Trophy winner played his college ball at Oklahoma State. Gene?
Barry Sanders.
Barry Sanders is right for 6. For 8 points, we have a surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution, la 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 la. Okay. Our surprise substitution category, and Gene, you're still out of this, even though it's a substitution because you've answered twice in this 5, is, where is it? Oh, come on, Bob. Oh, hang on, folks. Sorry.
We're going to have you re-sing the surprise substitution song at this point, Bob.
Surprise substitution, surprise substitution, surprise substitution, la 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 la. The category for 8 points is politicians. Politicians. Egon Krenz was the last communist political leader of this country that was absorbed by its neighbor in 1990. Egon Krenz was the last communist political leader of this country that was absorbed by its neighbor in 1990. Rick?
East Germany?
Is right. East Germany is correct. That's 8 points for the red team. And our final clue in the Sanders of Time for 10 points. On December 10th, 2010, he conducted a one-man 9-hour filibuster on the Senate floor to protest a tax bill. Kat.
Feel the burn. Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders is right. And that leaves us with a final score of 122 for people not named Stuart Kovinsky, 65, and a remarkable lack of glitches. Thank you, teams. Remember, those of you watching, this is a double elimination tournament, so Trivia That Never Sleeps will be heard from again. Stuart Kovinsky, no surprise, will be heard from again. I'm Bob Verini. Thank you all so much. Stick around. We have another match at 1 o'clock. Do we not, Dan?
We do indeed.
Okay. I don't know who's playing in it, but I know it'll be fun. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, teams. Thank you, Dan, especially.
Bye, everybody. Great game.